Hey, welcome back everyone, and today we are doing another inspection video. So I know these videos get about an eighth less views than my reveal videos. I know you guys just like the results, but there's a whole process to it. So I'm going to continue to do this. Obviously, this inspection is for another one of my customers, but ultimately there's some slabs here. This will give people hopefully just a general idea of what they're looking at. Obviously take everything I do with a grain of salt, just because it's all subjective at the end of the day. So I'm doing my best to guess. I'm doing my best to give an opinion based on what I think someone else's opinion will be. This sounds so weird, but that's what it is at the end of the day. So we're going to do our best to remain just data driven, and then we're going to take a look at everything, and I'm going to talk about the grades that you can expect based on the data I've collected over the years, of just different grades and different flaws and stuff like that, and we'll talk about that. Hope you guys enjoy, and Stod, thank you very much, man. So I always appreciate you, man. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so if you guys have joined me before on this, you know how it goes. So Stod, well, I know you joined me on this, but so once again, you already know all the cards are in the comment section below and timestamped in case you want to circle back and not rewatch the whole entire thing, and also to not have to listen to my boring commentary. But we shall go from there. For you guys, obviously, as the channel grows, I've noticed I get more and more funny people that make like funny comments, and for me, you guys gotta understand, I'm not here for 5-star Yelp reviews, so I do bite back, and it's pretty hilarious to me at the end of the day. But we're gonna go there. Hey, for the one guy that keeps hating my videos, I appreciate it as well, just because, you know, just by you hitting dislike, it still helps the algorithm, which is insane. But either way, let's start here. We got a Topps Finest Orange Refractor Dennis Rodman. This is one of the ones from the last couple of years, I believe. Beautiful looking card, though. I honestly, I wish Topps could get their NFL and NBA licenses back. But let's go from here. First corner here, you can see it's got a little shadow there, so for me it's not perfectly straight either. Looks like there might be a little bit of flip, so I'd say that's not a good corner. This one's nice and sharp. It's kind of not something that you can argue. Little fibers. Okay, this particular corner looks nice and sharp as well. Move this back so we can get a little bit more of the screen. And final corner over here, this one looks good as well. Go ahead and change my lighting angle as well. Alright, that might help a little bit. Well, it probably looks the same to you guys. Alright, let's take a look here. So surface wise, let's double check. We're just basically looking for major issues, and you can see right there we got 3 vertical print lines, maybe some scratches, but definitely one of those is at least a vertical print line. Got some scuffs right there around his neck, right through his lip, through his eye. So you can see there's quite a few issues over here. This is okay. Some of them are superficial, so some of them will come off with a simple wipe down. Some of them will probably likely remain there, but we'll find out. Auto here, a little smudgy, which is still okay. If you're grading the card and not the auto, you're really not going to get dinged for it. Same with stickers. So I found that if there's sticker autos, and if the sticker itself is kind of bubbling or looks like it has a rip, it does not affect the grade of the card, because I've had plenty with bubbling and rips that still get PSA 10s. But as you can see, quite a bit of surface issues. This one's a little deeper than you'd love to see. We'll take a look. And we got a little scuffs over here, so not ideal if you're looking for a 10. Back corner here, this one's got, I think, just to me, it's got a little touch of white. Let's double check though, I could be wrong. A lot of times the way it reflects just tells me there's something that's not laying flat, but let's check it out. So I don't know if you can see, but there is a small, man, this is not showing up well on the screen, but there's a tiny touch of white right on the tip over there. So for me, you know, that's one of those things I'm trying to still find the vocabulary to use as far as how I'd grade stuff. But then again, I'm not a professional grader, so I don't really know if there's right or wrong terminology, just because I don't think you go to school to be one anyway. But corners on the back look pretty fair. I would say this overall card right now, based on the condition it's in with the scratches that you see in the top left corner on the front, I'd expect something like a 7. Centering top to bottom also looks pretty far off. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I'll go ahead. I run ahead and posted that in the beginning. So we'll go from there. Next card here is a awesome looking card, man. You don't see these anymore. SPX Superscripts 4 of 4. Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, Colt Brennan, and Brian Brom. Man, I cannot say that 5 times fast. This is from, I believe, probably 2008. I don't know, I'm just guessing, just rookies. Corner there's got a little bit of a fold, as you can see. This corner's got a touch of white. Edge looks like it's got a little bit of crimping as well. Going down the side, this looks okay. Got bottom corner here, touch of white as well, so paper loss, a little bit of fraying. And then also this side, little edge chipping along with a little minorly dull corner. Edge chipping along the side of the left. So quite a bit of issues as far as this goes, but when it's a card this rare, it's pretty cool too. It was a fun class at the time. It's always like that though. I remember 2006, everyone's looking for Reggie Bush cards. I thought $10 for his Topps rookie was insane, but you know, it's nothing compared to the stuff nowadays. So dirty surface more than anything. On a lot of these surfaces you'll either see one of two things typically. All these little white dots, which is typically related to surface, what do you ever call it? It's not chipping, it's just surface pieces coming off pixels. But most of it is just kind of dirty, but the corners, like I said, and edges is really more concerning than that piece. Backside, we'll take a look. Right there, edges both have a little bit of wear right along the corner. This corner, same thing, it looks pretty good overall there on that side. Little minor edge chipping on the right. Bottom right's got some white. Bottom edge, not super smooth, only minor chipping, but definitely there. And last corner there, it's missing a fair amount of paper here. So this is more white. I don't think you can tell on the screen just because of the gold or anything like that, but I assure you that's the case. As far as indentations go, I don't see any on the back, and I do not notice any on the front, along the edges or anywhere in the actual center of the card. So this particular card, realistically speaking, same thing as the Rodman. I think you're looking close between likely a 7 and an 8. Just the amount of wear, it's not detrimental, just because, like I said, even the little corner that I thought there was a little bit of fold, it's more of a not laying flat kind of issue more than an actual fold. So I think a 7 8 is a fair grade, in my opinion. I don't know obviously what the grading companies will think, but we'll go from there. Next one here is a Colt Brennan rookie, and I know he's part of your PC, so this was cool. What is this one? The certified mirror gold materials. It's got to be a mirror gold. So wait, let's check it out. Cool looking cards back then. All right, bring these. So corners are good. Edges look a little bit weathered, but not terrible. Corner looks good there. Left edge looks pretty good. I don't see any chipping over there. So surface, obviously a little bit dirty. You can see. You can always tell if it's in front of you. Little print issues right here by the R, the dark marks and stuff like that. So definitely something that you don't want to see a ton of. Couples typically still okay. It's just when it gets to a higher number or the severity of it. Little scratch right there. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. But overall, not too bad on the front side. Back, let's double check. Back, we got a corner that's got minor fraying, a little bit of paper loss. Edges are a little bit chippy on the top side. This particular corner has a little bit of minor fraying as well, but overall pretty good. Going down the side, right edge looks really good. Bottom right corner does not look good. You can see once again pixels die. This is all white. Pixels should go all the way through to the end of the card. It just becomes dead white. So to me, same thing, this corner. A lot of times, once again, if you're just joining us for the first time, I don't know why I said us, joining me for the first time, you simply turn off the light, turn on a black light, you'll see that it glows, and you can check the pixels out. You see it doesn't go all the way to the end, it just dies. And the same, show you over here, it does not go all the way to the end, the pixels, they end, and the card just kind of turns blank white, it glows. So, simple way to tell. A lot harder to see even with the scope through another screen, but in person you should not be able to mistake that. Highly recommend getting yourself a light of sorts. Back surface just has a little bit of dirt marks. Looks like actually it might be chipping on the actual surface there. Looks like a little vampire bit into it, honestly. So, a couple scratches. Typically the backside they're not as strict on it, but they do take that into consideration. So, looking at this with the back little teeth, the vampire marks, like I said, Same thing as the 2. I'd expect something between a 7 8. Surface looks good though, but those little vampire teeth marks are a little bit more severe than you'd like. So from there. Next one, I have not seen this card in forever. Honestly, just brought back a lot of childhood memories. A 98 Collector's Edge, I believe. Let me get stuck to the there it goes, penny sleeve. So it hasn't been taken out in a while. Peyton Manning here, so let's check it out, man. Look at this. This is the Rookie Masters Collector's Edge 98. So clean corners, and these cards typically will have clean fronts. Might be a little bit dirty more than anything, but the corners and stuff like that, edges are generally pretty sharp. They really had good production quality for this set, in my opinion. I haven't really seen too many that come in all jacked up as far as the front goes. So design's nice and clean. You can see there's a little bit of spots here and there. Some of it's wear, some of it's just dirty. And this is just age and the way they were printed. So some of the circles just might be old moisture marks. But we'll definitely try to wipe it down and see what we can do. Foil's all intact, which is good. No chipping over there on the name. A lot of people overlook this piece in just any cards with foil in general. Nobody's really looking at foil in this shed. You'll be surprised sometimes you find missing circles. Backside, clean. Top corner. This corner looks good as well. This corner, touch of white at the tip, but overall still pretty good. And this right side, or left side I should say, clean corner. Edges have a little bit of chipping as well. Card, backside surface, very dirty. Some of it obviously I think is going to be permanent. Some of it is probably a little bit more detrimental. As you can see, this is not like a crease or anything like that, but it's just looks like old moisture or something like that. It's left that little earthquake looking crack over there. So that's just something that might remedy with some hot breath. I'm not really sure. We'll have to figure that out. If it does not, your same thing. You're looking likely at something like a 7. It's definitely not a wrinkle. But of course, Todd, you and I will connect on the final after this. But right now, this is as if you sent in everything as is. Next one here, we got a Fitz. This is a Select, I think, is it 2012? Not 100% sure. This is 2013 of the Select. This is an in-motion Fitz, hollow, number to 25. Very cool looking designs. So clean corner. You can see, like, when you're looking at a corner like this, you just feel good because you know it's sharp. You don't have to guess. But the downside is that when you see corners that aren't like this, you start thinking like, is it sharp? Is it decently sharp? What's going on? So 4 clean, sharp corners on the front. Surface-wise, front a little bit dirty so far, but I don't see anything major as far as deep scratches. No print dimples that I know of yet. That's part of the design, so you can get away with that. Little scuff right there, not too big of a deal, but it is there. A couple little print marks, 2, 3, 4. So I make little mental notes to myself so I know where they are so that I can go back to them and see how bad they actually look in person. Back corner nice and clean. Nice and clean. Edges look really good, man. Nice quality. Wait, is this a Panini card? I'm just kidding. Look how great Panini cards were just years ago as far as the quality goes. This is insane. There's not that like infamous peel that's coming off the back of all these new cards. So this one looks pretty good, man. Despite a couple minor surface issues, I still think there's a good probability of getting a 10 on something like this. Foundation looks really good. After a wipe down, obviously it's going to look a lot better than it does too. So feel good about that one. Next one here, we got the InMotion. This guy was an absolute beast. Anquan Bolden. Me being a Seahawk fan, I just hated him for many years. Him with the Cardinals. Him and Fitz just used to beat up Trufant and Kelly Jennings forever. And then he went to, obviously, the Ravens. And then came back to the Niners to torment us a little bit more. So corners are good. Surface, obviously, you saw there's a few marks, but we're going to look for major stuff, like I said. Minor stuff I'm not really going to bring up too much. Big scratch over here, as you can see. Decent line. Ooh, another one right here. So 2, Little issue right there, print. Also another little hairline right there, as well as right there. So a little bit of surface issues. There's another one, pretty decently long, runs the length of the card. Another one there. So we got ourselves probably close to 8 to 10 lines over here, along with some smudges and some minor scuffs. Let's check the back though. Back corner, that one's got a little white tip. You can see it. Same thing, this corner's got a little white tip. Bottom, also a white tip. You can see it right there. And then the last one here, also a little white tip. So this particular card, I think, with 4 white tips and the amount of surface scratches, this is likely going to be an 8. They're not extreme. Like I said, when you're looking at the Brennan, you're looking at the Rodman, you're looking at those things. There's a little bit more severe. So you got to take that in consideration. And those are typically my data points, so I'm not just speaking out of my ass. So that card, I think, likely an 8. Next one here is a Fitzgerald Red Hot Stars. Same thing, 2013. And I love seeing these. Thanks again, man. Like, I know we got a few before the first round. So scratches. The tiny one right here, that looks more like a fiber. The way it squiggles tells me it's like fabric or something. See? Alright, cool. But corners, sorry, I got sidetracked. Corner looks good as well. Same with that corner. So got yourself a bunch of nice corners over here. Surface actually looks fairly clean. There's a couple print marks, but a couple small lines, but nothing major that I can spot as far as big scratches like the Bolden. And I apologize if I go a little bit faster. I've just been doing this a long time. So, and plus your view and mine are probably slightly, I know you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at, but it's not the same if you're not here. I tried to do my best to emulate this so that you guys can get a good idea, but until you get your own scope and look at your own cards, you're never going to see what I see in person. Okay. Good. So the foundation's pretty good as far as corners go too. A couple issues on the front side, but leads me to think that there's a possibility between that 9 and a 10. So you got yourself a pretty good candidate. So see how it looks after the wipe down and such. We'll circle back. Next one is the Green Breeze. Same thing. The Hot Stars. Man, you got a lot of these. Let's take a look. So clean corner there. Clean corner as well. Bottom right's clean as far as corner goes. Obviously, you guys see some scuffs. Same thing, bottom left looks pretty good. So edges and corners look good. Scratches right there. Little scuffs, thumbprint, possibly. Some more little scratches right there, micro scratches. So I would say there's a fair amount of issues already. 5, 6. Clean jersey though, look at that. Little lines, thumbprint, maybe a hairline. Little scratch right there or scuff. Thumbprint. Definitely. And here's another one. So just a little bit dirty, some scuffs, obviously, some minor scratches here and there. Clean corner, clean corner, clean corner, and clean corner. Edges look good as well. I don't see any chipping, but let's just confirm. No chipping over there. Easy. Cool. So foundation, you could still potentially get something like a 10 out of this. It really just depends on the surface and the wipe down. But overall, I think just if you sent it in, you're not getting a 10 as is. Likely a 9, the worst case scenario as far as what it looks like now. So that. Now we got the select another one. This is cool. This is Breeze and Jurgensen, number 10. Woo. These are cool cards. Alright, here you go. Clean, clean. Some scuffs already, but we'll get back to that. Clean corner on the bottom. Nice clean edge as well. And then the bottom left kind of just cleans it up. So 4 clean corners and nice edges on the front. Surface, some little scratches you can see right there as well. A lot of little micro ones. I would say a lot of them too. I'm not saying a couple. There's at least 12 I've already seen. There's a bigger scratch right there as well. Another good sized one right here. So definitely not ideal. Here's another one. And some more. So I think we've seen enough of that. So, but I'm still looking at stuff that's a little bit more major, like that one right there. That's the shape, the way it's discolored, a little more bright than everything else. That one's more concerning than something like this. These look like they're just superficial, like they could even just come off with some spit. This one right there, that one's gonna be permanent no matter what, in my opinion. Some big ones. So a lot of lines on this one. Let's check the back. There you go. Clean, 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 and clean. So as is, likely a 7/8. Potential though, likely a 9. Potential likely a 9, maybe a 10 even. I'll have to get back to you on that, but potential wise, foundation looks good. Alright, next we got the Superfractor Finest. Superfractor. I don't see a lot of these come my way, but see if we can get it out of this sleeve. This is the Marcus Mariota 2015. I think this is a rookie. Alright, so corner, as you can see, a little dull. More so it's because of the peel, but front has a peel too on this one. Finest. That's a nice corner. Got a pretty good corner there on the front as well. Maybe a little edge indentation, very minor. And this corner is a little bit rounded, more than you'd probably like. Surface goes a little bit dirty, nothing major. And the way that these cards are designed too, with the distractions of kind of like the mosaic looking thing. Look at that patch, it's sick. Okay. Nothing major on the surface. Sticker's starting to bubble a little bit, you can see. Is that fiber? A little fiber stuck to his name. But we'll get that taken off. Don't want that little fiber there. Little hairs. I always wonder how they get on these cards, because this one's under the sticker, so some dude that didn't shave right that day just put the sticker on. Okay. So backside, let's double check. We got clean corner there. This one's a little dull, looks a little dinged up as well. This one's a little bit more round. And this last corner here definitely has a little bit of paper loss. The backside's peeling up as well, because you can see, voila, the white is gone, just like that. So, something to potentially consider, but I'd say this card, you're looking at a 7. I don't think it's going to be higher than that, realistically. I don't think it's a 6. I don't see any indentations or wrinkles and such like that, and it's not jacked up enough to be a 6. So I think 7 is a very good possibility. Next one here we got is a Max Holloway Gold. That knockout on Gathje was, it's the way he did it too. He's like, let's just do this in the center. That's a print issue right there. Those aren't scuffs, and you can see the way the light kind of sinks into them. So when you see stuff like that, it's actual surface damage. So no opportunities for intent in this one, in my opinion, just based on that. However, not the end of the world. Corners are good. Foundation looks pretty good as far as edges go. That surface though is going to kill you. I think the surface is going to make this a max 8. There's a little bit more as far as lines go, but outside of that little debacle on the top there, it actually looks fairly good as far as the candidate goes. Backside, let's check the corners. Clean, clean. This particular corner, in my opinion, looks a little bit dull, and this last corner looks pretty fair. It's got a little bit of transparency at the tip, so it tells me it's a little bit rounded. In my opinion, this particular card, I think I already told you, likely an 8 just because of that surface mark. The rest of it actually does not look too bad. Not perfect by any means, but I would say this one's likely falling between that 7 and 8. Okay. Up next, we got the only reason I watched Singled Out. Actually, it wasn't. It was Jenny McCarthy. And then when they switched to Carmen Electra, I had to get used to it for like 3 minutes. And then I was just like, I love this show. All right, here we go. Corner's clean. That corner I don't like it, but it doesn't look like it's dull. Well, maybe a little dull. Let's just say it. Let's just call it what it is. It looks dull to me. And this particular corner is okay. Same thing, and not perfectly sharp, but it's not bad. Surface issues. Hope I don't see any smudges. While I'm looking for scratches. Alright, let's see. We got some scratches on the auto. Some scratches right there. Overall, not too bad. Okay. Backside, let's check it out. Corner looks pretty good there. Same thing, this corner actually looks pretty good. It's got a little tip of white right there, a touch of white right on the end. And then this particular corner here looks good. And good clean bottom edge, a couple little small marks as far as scuffs go, a little edge wear right there. And the corner is okay, it's just a little flipped up. It's that back peel like I was talking about that you couldn't see on the select card. So overall, this card likely an 8 in my opinion. The foundation is decent. It's not great for a 10, but definitely something that's near mint if you wanted to potentially give that a shot. Next one we got Signs of Stardom, Shannon Elizabeth. Nadia, American Pie. I think I was telling you that I never want to be named Jim more in my life at the time. Alright, here we go. Some scratches, but we'll get back to that. Let's check out the corners. I always get sidetracked when I see stuff because when I look at my own cards, obviously there's a different order just because I don't have to tape it. As far as tape, I mean videotape. Lots of scratches on this card, all over the place. Corners are good though, same with the edges, just a lot of surface issues, as you can see. I don't even have to stop, you can probably just see it at normal speed. Auto, as you can see the sticker's got a little bit of damage and stuff like that, but does not, once again, affect the actual grade of the card. They actually don't consider that part of the surface, which was baffling to me. Lots of little micro scratches here as well, but there's a ton of them. So backside, let's check it out. Clean. The corner looks like it has a touch of white. It does. Okay. This corner is a little bit rounded, also has a small minor touch of white. This corner here looks like it has a little bit of fraying at the tips, not perfectly sharp. And this last corner here actually looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. So that last corner looks good. Overall, same thing. I think this is likely a near mint card. By near mint, I think between a 7 and 8. Really depends. There's just a lot of scratches on this one. Quite a few. And they're not subtle. So next one. Another one, Shannon Elizabeth X-Fractor. I'm not sure what year this is. 2004? Or is it 2005? No, it's 2006. Alright. 2006. Gnarly print line. But we'll get back to that one. Clean, clean. Clean. And clean. Clean foundation on the front as far as edges and corners go. Surface-wise, we know there's a print line, but I'm looking for other issues as well. This print line being the width and the, well, I should say the thickness of it, you can pretty much count out a 10 in my opinion. Likely land between an 8 and 9. It's pretty thick. Okay. And you can clearly see it even without the scope. Backside, corner's good. Corner's good. And corner's good. So good foundation outside of that. So I would tell you it's going to land between an 8 and 9. They've been, it's not consistent. Like PSA, typically when it's this thick, the only thing they're consistent on is typically not giving you a 10. But a lot of these land between the 8s and 9s. So depends who you get that day and I guess how they feel, right? That's the rumor. Next we got first of a couple of these. Another Shannon Elizabeth. This is a gold refractor, same year. I don't know if you're completing a rainbow. Let's see. But clean corners, good edges. Front, a little bit dirty, but like I said, we're not looking for that. We're looking for punitive marks. I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little line coming through. Hairline, print line, that is. 9, 10, so 11, 12. So at least a dozen issues on the front as far as surface goes. Nothing super serious, minus a couple print things. Corner of that one was okay. This one's not great. This particular corner right here, this one is good. And this last corner's got that little peel flipping up, so peel it back once again. So this one, I think you have a good foundation potentially for a 9. Obviously there's some surface issues that could make that a little bit less, but depends how this does when I wipe it down. And we shall go from there. We got a couple more of these. Next one, we got another one of the same card. So here we go. Corner's clean, clean, good right edge, bottom right's clean, and also nice corner over there. Check this out. A little dirty there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So quite a bit. We're just going to skip through that to go through the end just because we can see that this one's not nearly as clean as the first one. Not even close. There's quite a few issues on this particular card. Backside, that edge on the top, it looks like it's missing some paper. Corner also looks a little bit dull, same with this one. Third corner here definitely got a little bit of dulling going on and also paper loss. And fourth corner here also a little whitening. So this one likely probably a 7, I would say. As far as that goes, there's enough surface issues, and also there's 4 corners on the back that all are not perfect. They're not great either, I would say. So likely I'd expect a 7 on this one. That one's the second one. Third one, here we go. Alright, same card again. So we got, hopefully that's, there we go. That's just, whew, good. I was like, oh, that better not be scuffing. Clean corners, clean edges. Bottom's clean right there. This one's nice as well. Let's check it out. So a little bit dirty over there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty long. 7, 8. There's that line. There's a nice line running through her. That's hairline, but it's there. It runs the length of the card, so definitely a print line. A couple more there as well. So surface isn't great. Let's see backside though. Corner there, that one's actually pretty decently clean. A little minor fray at the tip. Same thing over here. Third one here, this corner's got a little darkening as you can see, so a little paper loss. And fourth, that one actually looks pretty good. So I would say this one is a little bit better than the last one, but you could expect probably a 7, 8 as well, as is. No chance of a 10 though. I just want to be super clear on that kind of stuff. Next one here we got is a Trout Sapphire Purple. I think this is the second time this has been my way. I think I accidentally sent this one back to you. Here we go. Clean. Clean. Good corners, good everything there. Surface wise, let's check it out. From what I remember, if this is the same one, it's pretty clean. Cannot remember why I sent this back to you. Maybe it's on the back side, we'll find it. But front here's pretty good. Small little scuff right there. But could be from just the top loader. Little minor, little micro smudges. Not too concerned with those. Backside, clean, 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 and clean. As you guys can see, there's a huge difference when you're looking at super clean cars, and then there's ones where you look at it and you have to be like, oh, it's okay, it's fair, it's okay, not bad. So this one looks pretty good. I think the foundation that you have over here still gives it an opportunity at a 10. A couple minor issues, of course, but we'll see how that plays out. Next one here is a Trout. Again, same card, but gold. Numbered to 50. Let's check this one out. This one I don't remember, so I don't think he sent me this one before. The clean corners and clean edges on the front. Let's check out the rest of it though. There we go. Surface looks pretty good. Little scuff pattern over there, no big deal. Little line. Smudge, no big deal on smudge. And got a couple little minor issues over there as well. No indents, nothing like that on any of these that I've seen so far. Granted, I will inspect it multiple times in different angles and stuff like that, so might see it on a final. You never know. Straight, straight, straight. That's good. And this corner's not my favorite. It's not bad, but it's definitely something that it makes you think when you look at it multiple times. So this card I think falls between 9 and 10. Got a tweener. Okay, next one here we got a Trout Blue. Got a couple of these. First one here, let's take a look. Clean, clean. This corner here I don't like. I don't think it's perfectly sharp. Looks a little bit indented to me, to be honest with you. A little ding. So for me, automatic no 10. Possibly even 8 depending what we see. Triple scratches right there all the way running down. 3 lines. We also got a little scuff pattern over here. I pick it up so you guys can see, like I said, you guys probably can't see the same stuff as far as everything I'm seeing, but you should at least see that. And there's stuff that's obvious like this and this. I don't have to move the card around, but there's certain things that I'll have to flip angles for you guys. But look at this card, there's quite a bit going on as you can see as far as issues go. But out of all the stuff that you probably saw on the surface, the corner is probably the most detrimental. Just because that one's a little more severe. That one's okay. That corner too on this side. So I would say the corner on the front. Let's take a second look at it. What do you guys think? Does that look straight to you? To me, it looks like it's got a little bit of a dent. I mean, for the most part, it's straight, but there's a little tiny roundness at the end, in my opinion. So for me, I think likely something that falls between an 8, maybe a 9. Long shot, I think. So I think an 8. Next Trout, we got another blue one. Then we got a few Shoheis we'll go through. So first Trout here. Clean, clean, or second Trout I should say. Clean and clean. So that one's got 4 clean corners. I don't have to look at it 8 times to figure it out. Scratches, scratches. Just a couple small surface issues so far. A couple more there. Scuff. Scuffs. You see these little scuffs right there? A lot of times they're just from top loaders that are a little bit snug. Here you go, more scratches. Or scuffs. Okay, we got a couple lines as well. Backside though, clean, clean, clean edge, clean corner as well. And the last corner here looks pretty good as well to me. Maybe a little bit minor at the last one, but overall foundation's pretty clean. Surface obviously has a little bit of stuff that needs to be kind of wiped down. But overall, I think you've got something that's in between a 9 and 10. I'll let you know, obviously, once we're done with everything, the final thought, but as is, that's what I think. Next one here, we got first of, I think like 5 or 6 of these, maybe more. Shohei, 2018. This is the Holiday, Topps Holiday. I haven't seen these before. Same card, but obviously looks a little bit different. Little chippy edge on the top right there, but corner looks good. Corner looks good. Edge looks okay there. I don't like these little lines, you see? Like, they're not on all the cards, so to me, that's always a little bit of flag, but That's just my opinion. Corner there looks like it has a little touch of fraying, and this corner here looks like it might have a little bit of white tip. It does. So max grade on this one, likely a 9. Surface, we're really not going to run into a whole lot just because with paper, like I said, unless it's extremely severe, nothing really shows up. And once again, that's my opinion. Doesn't make it fact. Cool. Nice gloss to it. Let's check the back to be certain in case you decide you want to grade something like this. Got a clean corner on the back, clean corner as well, clean corner, and the last corner here looks like it's got a little bit of fraying. So this one overall, I think you're looking at a 9. Paper loss, just automatically, at least with PSA, you're not going to get a 10. I know there's people that leave comments in other people's videos. I got one with bent corners and it was ripped in half almost. I still got a PSA 10. You're absolutely full of crap. Sorry, I don't know why I found that funny. Alright, next one, another Shohei. Second. 1, 2, how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 more after this one. 4 Shoheis. At least this card. Nice corner there. Good corner. Edge looks a lot better. There's a little bit of an indentation right there on the top edge though. This one has the same little lines I don't like. But like I said, I'm just overly picky, I think. Oh, white tip as well. So max grade 9. Let's check out the back. Definitely a little bit of fraying, a little bit of paper loss, definitely a little white corner there as well. This corner has a little bit of fraying. Pixels don't go all the way to the end, so that's definitely corner wear as well. And this last one is good. So this one, less of a chance of a 9. I still think it's there, but it's one of those that if it came back at 8, I wouldn't really be surprised either. So between an 8 and a 9. Next Shohei. Alright, here we go. Clean. Ooh. Clean. This one looks pretty good. I don't see any edge issues yet. Same edges, so I might as well just give it a rest on all of them. This one definitely looks like it's got a little bit of paper loss. I know it's got a white edge or white border, so, you know, might be harder to see, but all you gotta really do is use a black light and you can see that it looks different. It's definitely got paper loss. Pixels don't go all the way to the end. Also looks like there's just a little minor piece of the surface missing. Might as well finish this card like this, or at least the front. This corner here looks pretty decent, not perfectly straight, but it doesn't seem to have a white tip. So we're good over there on this one. But there's one corner, and it's the white corner that I know the rumor is whiteboard cards, you can't see stuff. You can see anything you want to. So for me, obviously looking at this card, I wouldn't give it a 10. But that's just me, and I'm not a professional grader once again. This side, definitely a little paper loss as well. So this particular card, you're probably likely looking at a 9. There's also the eye appeal factor that, you know, we don't talk about enough about. Sometimes if a card just, you know, has issues, but it doesn't really affect the overall appearance of the card. I know that sounds stupid, but that's exactly what it is. Like, sometimes you don't get dinged for it. But that one, I think, most likely, probably a 9 on that one. Potentially an 8, but I think more so a 9 on that one. Here's another one. The next Shohei, we got nice clean corner, good top edge, no indents, no chipping. Nice right corner as well, going down the side. Bottom right looks really good. And the bottom left on this one actually looks really good as well. So, got a nice clean front. Double check the surface. Like I said, very rarely on tops am I going to find really anything major unless it's insanely obvious. So super clean surface, no indentations, nothing like that, fingernail marks. Back corner, this one looks good. Also looks good. Edges are nice and clean. This particular corner, same thing, pixels go all the way to the tip, which is amazing. Love it. Good edge, and this last one also looks good. So this particular Shohei, I think, is a 10. I don't think it's gonna I don't think it has a chance of a 9. I think you're really looking at a 10 on this one. It's pretty darn clean, man. Even under magnification, it looks really good. So that one I feel good about. Next one, and you guys see this is why I don't grade a ton of my own cards. It's just, you know, I go through and I think about a million things. There we go. Clean. Clean. Let's check this Shohei. Clean corner as well. Maybe a little dirt right there. A little dirty maybe. Not too big of a deal. And last corner here, let's double check. This one looks like it's got a touch of white to me. When in doubt, oops. When in doubt, don't press the wrong button. Alright, here we go. Turn the light off. A little bit of white just showing up right there. It's very minor. I'm being a jerk. I think that'll pass. I don't think you're going to get dinged for that one. It's literally debatable. So I want you to note that that's there though. But at the same time, I don't think it's severe enough. Like you can't see it really with the naked eye. Scope makes you think about it. So there we go. That corner, however, definitely has an issue as far as the top edge side of it goes. It's got a little chipping. That one's good. This one, same thing, a little edge wear on the back. And over there it looks pretty good. So overall, this card I think is a 9, mainly because of the 2 areas and the edges in the back. Next one, we got a couple more of these too, and then we got some slabs. All right, here we go. Shohei, this one, clean corner. Edges are pretty good over there on the top side, no indentations. That's a perfect corner right there. Then we got this corner here that looks fair. It's actually still pretty good. I'm gonna give that a pass, so we're good. And this last corner here, always on the blue, we have the questionable. That one's definitely got a white tip. You can see it a little bit too. So for me, max grade 9. Let's double check. Clean, clean. Edge right there. Yeah, no, that's good. And clean, pixels go all the way to the tip. And this one, same thing. So I would say likely a 9 just because of one corner. Obviously, this is all PSA. I'm talking about if you send something like this to Beckett or SGC, you still have a little bit of leeway as far as that goes. BGS obviously allows you one particular area that gives you a 9. You can still gem. SGC, they're pretty much hard on centering. Everything else they're a little bit more laxed on, in my opinion. Doesn't make a fact just based on my data, like I said. Last show here for this one, at least the holiday. Got a clean corner, a little chippy edge. Clean corner as well over here. Right edge looks pretty good. That's a good corner here on the bottom right, and then the bottom left corner here. I know I flipped it upside down, just makes it easier for me sometimes. Bottom, as you can see, it's definitely got some chipping right along that edge. So max grade 9 on this one as well. Let's check it out though, the back side. Corner, little edge chipping on the top right there. Corner looks good. Corner looks good as well. Pixels go all the way to the tip, and same with this last corner. So same thing, this particular Shohei, I think you're looking at a 9. Whenever there's paper loss, it's just, you're like, ah. It's always, sometimes it's the only issue on a card, which drives me nuts, but that one I think likely a 9. Got some slabs here, we will check it out real quick. First one, Shohei Purple Refractor, 2018, SGC 10. Let's check it out. This is a great slab for you guys to look at. If you guys want to see if you want to crack a SGC 10, I get asked this question all the time as far as what's the best card to cross over as far as from a different brand goes, and I would say, I don't know, because they're all different, and you gotta look at every single card and pretend the case is just something like a top loader. So as far as what we can see, corners look good, edges look good. Surface we'll have to crack to find out ultimately, but because all this stuff is not likely on the actual card, though it could be. What I'm trying to identify here through this giant mess is print dimples and such, because those are things that are pretty unsightly, that also factor into PSA's eye appeal thing. So I cannot tell you too much from the front as far as things go, but I know there's no dimples that I spotted. This particular corner, as you guys can see, it's fair. It still has that little back layer that peels up that I talk about all the time. It is there, it's present, it's still a sharp corner. This corner here looks pretty good as well. Doesn't look too bad. We'll keep going. Edges look good. This particular corner, same thing as you guys can see, that peel I talk about, it's over there as well. And I always tell you guys, sometimes you don't get penalized for that, and sometimes you do. So it's a crapshoot. Same with this one, the peel's flipped up a little bit, but the pixels go all the way to the end. So overall, looking at this card as is, it's definitely a candidate that could cross over. So let me know what you want to do there. Next one, another SGC 10 Shohei Refractor 2018. Let's look. SGC is graining harder. They're not. Not in my opinion, at least. They might be, but you know, I'm not sharing that opinion at the moment. Clean, clean, clean. As far as corners and edges go. Surface, like I said, I won't be able to tell you fully or accurately until I crack it out, but do not see any major issues as far as dimples go. There might be some hairline scratches on it, but we won't know until we crack it out. Backside. This corner looks pretty good for the most part. There's a little extra fibers, and that's why I always tell you, like, when there's cards with extra fibers too, just note that it's there. It doesn't necessarily mean it's punitive. This corner is making me look. Let's see. Turn the light off. You see that little extra white fiber-ish thing. So that part I don't know through the slab for sure if it's on the card or if it's extra fiber. To me it looks like it's a white tip, but I could also be wrong. But just keep that into consideration if you want to try and crack it or not. That one I cannot just tell, just because the way the light's reflecting on top of that being in the slab. But to me it looks like it might be a little extra fraying. And this corner looks good, and this last corner looks good. So foundation wise, I don't see any indentations on this one. This one could potentially be a 10, could potentially be a 9 as well, just because that corner is a question mark in my opinion. Next we got a Shohei, another refractor, PSA 9. Clean corner, clean corner, clean corner, and clean corner. Let's check the back side. Corner here is pretty decently clean. This corner here is definitely clean. This corner here has, you know, that peel up that we just saw in the SGC. That could be a reason why PSA gave this one a 9. Pixels don't seem to go all the way to the tip either, so it looks like it could be actual corner wear. Let's see if we can leverage the light. See how it's dark and the pixels don't go? So to me that looks like it's a corner issue with paper loss. This last corner looks good. So I think if you crack this one again, I'm willing to say 99% positive you'll get the same grade. Let me know if you want to try though. Beckett 9 orange Shohei Ohtani 2018 refractor. So this one's got to be number 25. Check it out. Clean corner here. Clean corner as well. There's no subgrades on it, so there's no hint on why it got a 9. Corners look good though on the front. Let's check the back. Beckett slabs, there's nothing to look through. Like, this is what they're looking at when they cross over slabs. I think I mentioned this so many times. I know there's a lot of people that think they're biased, but if you're asking for a 10 and then this is what you're seeing, there's no way they can give it to you. So that's why the best thing to do is, if you don't have a clean slab, is to actually crack it out and run that risk. I ran into a group of basically like PSA conspiracy theorists, and I had a wonderful debate. I think I pissed everyone off, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just I'm being an unemotional robot about it. This one looks pretty good, man. Corners look good too, so My guess is likely something on the surface. It definitely doesn't seem to be corners or edges. Centering actually looks really good too on both sides. So in my opinion, potential candidate for a PSA 10 depending on how it looks on the inside. Next Shohei HG89. This is a Topps High Tech Orange Refractor. Subgrades 99985. So tell you, surface getting an 8.5 is not surprising based on the acetate cards. I don't know how you give a 9 on these corners though. That's nice and clean. That corner's nice and clean as well. Perfectly sharp corners, man. Back should resemble that just because it's a sheet of plastic. It's one piece. There's not two cards or two stocks glued together or bonded together. So, and corners look fine to me. Edges look good as well. Let's see if there's any kind of chipping. I didn't see anything as far as that goes. It's not through the slab. I don't even see chipping. It's part of the design, those 3 lines. So maybe that's not part of the design, those 3 lines. That would give you a surface downgrade, and that would also give you an edge downgrade at the same time. So that might be it. Backside, there's usually not a single scratch on the backside because that's where it's printed on, the rough side. It's like an overhead sheet, guys. Smooth side gets all the damage. Backside just has all the ink. So I have to crack it out, but looking at it, I mean, you're likely looking at a potential PSA 9, but if the surface is really bad, and I can't tell through the slab, but I can tell you, I know with acetate, there's going to be a conglomerate of those things. Let me know if you want to try and crack it, but I think maybe a 9 again. We'll go from there. The last one here is the Select 8. Don't know why we got an 8 on this one the first time around, but let's double check. That's clean. Clean. I know these all had funky surfaces from the first time around, but we'll see again, man. But as you saw, the corners look really good on the front, back. That's clean. Edges look good. Clean. Nice clean edge. Bottom side. Clean corner and clean corner. So you got yourself no paper loss on any of the corners or edges. Nice and sharp. I imagine it's a surface issue, so we will crack this out and see what we can do. So alright, stud, there you go, my friend, and thank you guys all for watching this. Once again, it's been another hour of your time. I know the reveals are a lot more fun, but this is kind of how we get there. So for you guys that do find value in this, obviously awesome. I'm glad I can help. Thank you again for all the messages. Still get a lot of them, and I apologize if I don't get back to you for a few days, just because it literally takes me that long between, you know, having a job and then being a dad and then doing this and then trying to find free time. So I appreciate you guys' patience. I'll do everything I can. But go ahead and like and subscribe if this video works for you. To the one guy that hates everything I do, go ahead and dislike and help my algorithm. But we shall catch up again soon. Have more reveals obviously coming back from PSA soon. And I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed this one. So thank you again. Bye.